Hello, my amazing people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on your time zone or anytime you are coming across my platform. If it's your first time and you like what I'm doing here, kindly subscribe, put on your notification bell to all notification, and that way you'll be able to know when we upload a new video. Here in Linda's TV show, we react to all forms of videos, local, international, especially what is happening in Nigeria. I want to appreciate YouTube. Yes, I will keep on appreciating them for creating this wonderful platform that we are using to disseminate information to the members of the public. At the same time, I put a disclaimer. Yes, I need to inform YouTube what I am doing here. I put a disclaimer that this platform, Linda's TV show, do not and will not promote hate speech, violence, misinformation. We are here to educate, inform the members of the public about what is happening. In fact, myself, I don't like hate speech, I don't like violence, I don't like misinformation, and I don't like instigating war. But I want to inform YouTube that a call for self-determination is not a call of war. Please take...
Know the reason why we are sitting at home. That illegitimate governor, he went and he was staging a rally in the stadium. He was staging a rally, calling campaign. Why don't they go to their shops? He was staging a rally, trying to confuse himself, thinking he's going to confuse Biafrans. You cannot match the spirit of Biafra in Enugu state. Enugu is the first capital of Biafra, and there is no way you can put them down or put them on the background. It is not possible. This idiot, this clown that call himself Mbah, is beating the war drum, and he should embrace himself when the dancers will come. The illegitimate governor Mbah in Enugu state is beating the war drum. Anybody that knows him should go and tell him that he should be ready when the dancers of that war drum will come, because they are going to come. They will definitely come. Onye kpara nkụ ahụhụ or mkpara mgwede ọrụ. Ọnwụ na ịchọrọ ka mgwede bịara gị ọrụ, akpakwana nkụ arụrụ. Ọnwụ na ịchọrọ ka mgwede bịara gị ọrụ, akpakwana nkụ arụrụ. The illegitimate governor in Enugu state have gone to get the ant-infested firewood. He is bent on fetching the ant-infested firewood, and I tell you, he should be ready to be prepared for a visit of the lizard. He should be prepared for a visit of the lizard. There is nothing any man born of a woman can do to stop the sit at home that the Biafran people by themselves have put in place to demand the unconditional release of our supreme leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. You see, one thing that is annoying me is that when we are talking about sit at home, some idiots who you see them talking, those who are talking in that their campaign, in that they are organized, and those paid agents they are using to run their campaign, they think that this sit at home is about Mazisa Maneba. They think that this sit at home is about... The sit at home is not about Mazisa Maneba. Mazisa Maneba has nothing to do with the sit at home. The sit at home is meant to force the zoological public to do the right thing, to tell the government to do the right thing. That is why we are sitting at home. If you feel that you were put in that position to defend and speak for your people, what you are supposed to do is to go to Abuja. If you need to sleep, sleep in Abuja. If you need to cry, cry in Abuja. And make sure that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is released with immediate effect. After you release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, only then and then, if you see somebody sitting at home, then you can have a word to say. But not as Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is still under the cover, or still under the Zoological Republic. Not as when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is still in the hand of the enemy, in the territory of the enemy, and you are trying to stop the only thing that is keeping him alive. You want to stop the only thing that is keeping him alive. You want to stop it. You will never ever succeed. It doesn't matter how you try. And what is coming, you can't face it. You cannot handle what is coming. No matter how you pretend. It doesn't matter. If you like, go and bring the whole jet bombers and fill the air. If you like, go and bring the greatest ammunition into Enugu state. You can never battle with Chukwuka Abiyama. You think it's about Mazisa Manekwa, right? You think it is Samuel speaking. It is not about Mazisa Manekwa. It is not about any individual. It is not even about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This is about 70 million people's life on the line. 70 million people's life is on the line. Injustice against one person is injustice against all. The injustice today you are seeing against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is against 70 million Biafrans. When you see us fighting on this seat at home, when you see us insisting, when you see Biafrans sitting at home to demand for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it is when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in captivity. Every single Biafran is in slavery. We are all in captive. Every single one of us is in captive. There is no way you'll be talking about release of, you're talking about freedom while Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still in the territory of the enemy. There's no way you can claim to be free when our supreme leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in the territory of the enemy. Injustice against one is injustice against all. You think it's about Mazi Simon Ekpa? This battle is not about Mazi Simon Ekpa. It is not about him. Mazi Simon Ekpa is just an instrument in the hand of Chukwu Okeabiama. He's just an instrument in the hand of Chukwu Okeabiama. But you see them pushing their propaganda and blackmail. You see them, they come out and begin to say people who are living abroad are giving command. Who is giving command? The Biafran people have taken their own decision. Taken their own decision to demand for the release of their own brother. The captivity of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the captivity of the Biafran people. The dehumanization of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the dehumanization of Biafran people. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not free, every single one of us is in bondage. How dare you talk about freedom? How dare you talk about free movement when the supreme leader of IPOB is in captivity? An innocent man who has given his own life for you and for me. A man who lost his own parents the same day. They were buried the same day. Lost his own parents, gave them up because of you, because of me. He gave up his career. Today, he gave his family, he can't even meet with his family. He remained under solitary confinement because of you, because of me. And you think to demand for his freedom is a crime? You are mad. It doesn't matter who sent you. Let me tell you, the project we are handling today is the project of Chukwu Okeabiama, which was initiated by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and that is why we must do everything humanly possible to reach Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You see the seat at home, You see the seat at home. You haven't seen anything yet. The criminal in Enugu State, you want to make Enugu State a war front, no problem. You want to make Enugu State a war front, no problem. As you are beating the war drum, be ready, because the dancers will definitely come. There's no way you can beat that drum without seeing the dancers. The dancers will arrive. As you have gone to fetch the ant-infested firewood, you must be ready for the visit of the lizard. It doesn't matter how they say it. It doesn't matter how they try to blackmail. It doesn't matter the plan they do. You can never ever stop the sit at home. And I applaud people in Enugu State. Enugu State is the first capital of Biafra. And you think this same place, the same place where innocent blood have been shared to keep, and you think you can challenge the spirit of the dead in Enugu State. That spirit of the dead that you want to spit upon, they are going to consume you. They will consume you and your entirety. After taking the life of our people, you want to spit on their grave. You want to spit on their grave in our capital. It will not happen. It will not happen. Everyone that is watching the video, our Prime Minister of Biafra, Mazi Simon Ekpa, he has given the order. Wherever you are watching, the video is out. After this very program, I am going to share the video on this platform. If you can identify the very office that comes with that operation to seal up people's shop, if you can identify any individual among them, identify them by their name, by their phone number, by where they stay, where they live, address, send it forward. Send it forward. You can DM me or you can DM any autopilot member among our media warriors, all the Biafran government media warriors. Send it across to them. Send it to any of the media warriors. Send it to them, and let us see. You think that the Biafra restoration in 2003, in the restoration mood, this is not agitation. You know, when we say it, you don't get it, right? You think we are joking. You don't get it. Don't worry. We are going to speak in a language that you understand. In this restoration, it is an eye for an eye. We have protested for a long time. We have cried for a long time. We have done a lot of things, including the peaceful sit at home that we have chosen. You will now want to destruct it. Sit at home, civil disobedience that the people by their own self choose. The most civil way to air their opinion, they chose it. Mazi Samarako didn't force anybody. The Biafran Republic government in Nigeria did not force anybody. The facto government in the homeland, we are not forcing anybody. We are sitting at home on their own. And you want to push your blackmail and propaganda. You went and organized people in a square, and you are organizing a rally. After organizing that rally on that square, go and open your shop. After organizing that rally, go and there open your shop. And now you went and you are selling the shop of people who are observing it at home, and you think you can get away with that. Not in Biafra land. It will not happen. The war drum you are beating, you should be prepared. Should be very, very prepared. Because the dancers are coming. How on planet Earth? Why is it so difficult for these people to understand a simple instruction? Why is it so simple? Why is it so difficult? Why are people so wicked? Why is it that these politicians are bent on destroying themselves? Why is it that these politicians, they are bent on destroying their own self? They are bent on making sure that they destroy themselves. Why? Why are they bent on destroying themselves? After we have given up everything, told them this is the only thing you can do to stop the Monday sit at home. This is the condition. And the condition we give them is the most illegitimate condition. Something that everybody in that country should be talking about. These criminals who call themselves politicians, this idiot that called himself Mbah, he was there. A criminal, a born indicted criminal in that zoo was released. A drug baron who claimed to be a police officer, indicted in the United States, caught for drug in Nigeria. That idiot was granted bail. Abba Kyari, before the whole of Nigeria, a criminal who, so if it were to be in China, Abba Kyari would have been, he would have turned to dust already. He would have turned to dust. If Abba Kyari were to be in China, he would have turned to dust by now. But the drug baron who came in as a president released him. He released him. And you people are there watching. They are holding our Supreme Damasin Nandekano against his will. Even when the people have said, release this man and let him go. Even when the people have announced, even when their own court have said, let this man go, they continue to hold him. And you want us to fold our hands. You want to sell the Biafran restoration for your greed. You want to exchange our freedom for your greed. You want to exchange our freedom for your wickedness. You want to exchange our freedom for your crime. It will not happen. You can never ever succeed. Not in the lifetime, not in the lifetime to come. The restoration of Biafra is a mandate that cannot be truncated. Who the hell do you think you are? Who are you? So this is the project they gave you. Is this the condition they gave you to retain you in Enugu State? Is this the condition they gave you? A man that stole certificate, a certificate forger. Now, Biafrans are beginning to understand it better. Biafrans are beginning to understand better. I don't blame those idiots he's buying. But I tell you, you cannot buy every Biafran. there are some of us who are unbribable. There are so many of us, Biafran, who are unbribable. And those of us who are unbribable, these are the people that Mazen Nandekanu prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed and asked Okabe to send. We are going nowhere. You see, Biafra is coming in 2023. And I tell you, Biafrans, Biafra in Enugu State, don't shake. Do not panic. Every Biafra in Enugu State, do not panic. Allow this war drum they have beaten. The only thing you can do for us, whenever you hear sit at home, sit at home. As simple as that. Whenever you hear sit at home, sit at home. Forget about sit at home. Don't panic at all. Don't panic. An illegitimate man sealing the shop of the Biafran people. It will not happen. Not while we still have a government that the people obey and follow. Not when we have a government. Not when we have de facto government in homeland. Fellow Biafran that are watching, if you are watching this very program from Enugu, or you have anybody that is in Enugu, you reach out to people. If you can reach out to people. Anybody that can be able to identify anybody, any person that joined in the sealing of the shop. If you can identify that person, either by their picture, by their phone number, by their name and address, and the very office that came for that sealing. Whatever office that came for that very operation. We are going to give them a taste of what they want. As they are sealing those shops, we are going to make sure, and even if it is an Asorok, even if the office is in Asorok, it will be sealed. And any one of them who join in the sealing of Biafran house, his own home, his own house, his own room will be sealed. We have taken this their shit for a very long time. We have been so calm and quiet for a very long time. We have tolerated this madness for a very long time, and it can no longer happen again. Not in this lifetime. Not anymore. Not while we are about stepping into Biafra. Not when we are just a stone's throw into Biafra. And one idiot will come out from somewhere and begin to speak trash. It cannot happen. Not in this time. It can never ever happen. No matter how they try. No matter the propaganda and blackmail, they will never ever succeed. I bet you they will not succeed. The time has come. That time that we've been waiting for a very long time, it has come. Any place you are as a Biafran, do not relent in your effort. Information is key. This battle belongs to you and I. The battle belongs to you. Some of you make mistake. You think it is about Masisa Marekwa. This is not Masisa Marekwa battle. That is where you're making mistake. Some of them will begin to push blackmail and propaganda. They think it's about Masisa Marekwa. It is not just about Masisa Marekwa. It is about every single one of us as Biafra. That is why you must take this up. Take it serious. You must engage in this fight. You must come out. Nobody should be on the background. Nobody should be on the background. Every hand must be on deck. They have already mapped out the movement. And I tell you, whatever they are going to do, it is going to bring Biafra, make Biafra come faster. Whatever step they take will make Biafra come faster. Whatever strategy, whatever attack you see today, it is going to make Biafra come faster. And I thank Chukwu Okeke that the whole Biafrans, we are focused and committed to what we want. When we talk about Biafran people is not the governors and politicians. They are not. These are not the people. We are talking about the indigenous people of Biafra, the original IPOB of Biafra, the indigenous people, those who own that land. They are speaking and speaking loud that you must release our supreme leader Nnamdi Kanu. That is the only condition to stop Sidatum. If you don't, you are going to get what you want. You are going to get it. How can any human being see how wicked these people are? Can you imagine how wicked they are? You have refused totally to address the issue of releasing Mazen Nandi Kanu. You saw when our Prime Minister came and said that these people called him, that their meeting, which they claim was Mazen Nandi Kanu, was not for Mazen Nandi Kanu. Now you begin to see it. These were the people who gathered and say that they want to release Mazen Nandi Kanu, that they are meeting. They haven't been meeting to release Mazen Nandi Kanu. Since then till now, have you seen anything different from what you have seen in the past? Did you see any single thing different from what you have seen before? Instead, the situation is getting worse. Instead, the situation is getting worse. You see, all these your games, it can never ever work. Not in this time. You know that you've lost the battle already. That is why you're pushing your blackmail. This is a fight of a dying horse, forcing themselves into places. Forcing themselves. That was why they were quick to go and get a judgment that said that Mazen Nandi Kanu have won a case. Won what? What did he win? That he was allowed to see his lawyer. Is it today that he has been allowed to see his lawyer? Is it today that he was allowed to see his doctor? Is it today? Are you hearing it for the first time? Hasn't his daughter gone up to that DSS there and they turned them back? Is it the first time you're hearing such? And the only reason why you saw them saying that is because of what you're saying happened. They want to use it to blackmail your mind. They want to use it to condition your mind. And you, of course, you see in their press release. In that press, they end up in that press. They ended up in their plan. The original plan was to use that very judgment they got to speak against it at home. They want to use that judgment to stop the sit at home, which is meant to release Mazen Nandi Kanu. And how can anybody who claims to be fighting for Mazen Nandi Kanu be talking about sit at home? You are celebrating, allowing Mazen Nandi Kanu to see his lawyer. Allow Mazen Nandi Kanu to see his doctor. Was that why you were employed? You were employed to release Mazen Nandi Kanu automatically. If you cannot do it, you walk away. Don't come and push your blackmail and propaganda to come and distract the Biafran people who are focused on releasing their leader. We have come a long way, and there is no going back. There's no going back. We are going to continue to sit at home until Mazen Nandi Kanu is released, and wait until we get to 30th or 31st. Wait until we get to 31st. Since you don't understand the language, we are going to speak in the language that you understand. We are following you closely with all your blackmail propaganda you are pushing. We are following you closely. What crime have we committed? What crime has Biafran people committed? What? What did we do wrong? The only thing we did wrong that was Chukwuka created us to be Biafrans. Chukwuka created us. We didn't create ourselves. We didn't give ourselves identity that we have today. We were not the person that brought us into this world. Only Chukwuka knew why he brought us and made us Biafrans. And you come from your pit of hell and you think you can change the agenda of Chukwuka. You cannot. Instead of you to change the agenda of Chukwuka, your head will go with it. Because that's the only Burichi user. It is so sad. It is so sad and painful. It is so sad and painful. When you see people who you are fighting for, people who you are fighting for their future, they shut their ears and they are listening to clowns and idiots. You have been there. In your presence, everybody that served the zoo have always come back with shame and disgrace. But you are still going in to serve. You are still going in to serve. Because you don't have conscience. And your mind has been conditioned for evil. That is why. That is the reason why you cannot be able to join Biafra. You are so corrupt, so smelling corrupt, that Biafra will even vomit you if you try to join. It will vomit you. It will vomit you. How can anybody in his own right mind, seeing what Mazen Nandi Kanu is going through, be stopping something that is working for him? And they will tell you, Mazen Nandi Kanu. Say, when did Mazen Nandi Kanu discuss that with you? When? And do you think that Mazen Nandi Kanu now has somehow become so weak that he cannot be able to speak anymore? We know that the only person that gets the message from Mazen Nandi Kanu now is the lead counsel. What do they call it? Aloy Jimako. The special counsel. The special counsel of Mazen Nandekan. Allah Ijimako. He's the only one that Mazen Nandekan confide in and send message across to. But initially, see this, we were advertising themselves. They came on board and we're trying to advertise themselves. And they tell you, we are the most trusted of Mazen Nandekan. And when I heard, I am the most trusted, I laughed. I laughed and I said in my mind, the only thing that can make this man to begin to re-announce this very statement, that he's most trusted. The only reason why he's reminding the Biafran that he's most trusted is because he can't be trusted. It's because he can't be trusted. That is why he's reminding Biafrans that he's the most trusted. We can never allow this evil to succeed in Biafra land. We are going to match this evil word to word, action to action. And we are going to uproot it from Biafra land. Every Biafran knows what we are fighting for. A legitimate right, a legitimate cause to have freedom. That's what we're fighting for. We are fighting for our own nation, a place where everybody will be free to worship Chukwu in truth and in spirit. That is what we are gearing up for. Why would you settle for less? Why will any Biafran settle for less? Why? Why? Why will any Biafran settle for less? Why would any Biafra as a Biafran? How can you begin to accept second-class citizen, even when you know that you are the fowl that bear the golden egg? In all of this, there's nothing for you. No federal government presence, nothing in the local government, nothing anywhere. Nothing anywhere. You are just on your own. Whatever you get is what you struggle for. How long shall we continue to be in this wicked condition? How long? How long shall we continue to tolerate this evil? Every Biafran that is watching, I urge you to prepare yourself. Prepare yourself wherever you're watching this program from. Prepare yourself. Do not give in to any blackmail. If you do, you have yourself to be blamed. If you do, you have yourself to be blamed. The situation we are now, it warrants extraordinary measure. We have to take extraordinary decisions. If we must succeed, we must take some extraordinary decisions. That is the only way we can be able to move forward and succeed at this critical point in time. We are going to get into Biafra, no matter what they try. As I'm speaking to you, people are walking around the clock for the coming of Biafra. As I'm speaking to you, there is no doubt that the Biafra people unanimously have endorsed the coming of Biafra. And when you look at it, it's something that will be challenged. We are going home. Our Supreme Master Nanekano must be released unconditionally. He must be released. Because there's no way you can be trying someone in illegality. It doesn't happen. It cannot happen. But when we say it, some of you think it's a joke. It's not possible. Some of you think we're making it up. But this is a reality. It's a reality. If the Zoological Republic were to be a nation, if it were to be a nation, you won't be talking about what we are talking about today. But we are speaking about what we are speaking about today because the zoo is not a nation. Every politician that have volunteered himself, every member of Rlenge that have volunteered himself to fight against the Chukwu, they will all be consumed. They will all be consumed. You think we are here to joke? You think you can get us with your blackmail and propaganda? You think your misconceptions and all the evil you are planning is going to work? It will not. It will not. The more you try to plan, the more we try to go ahead of you. The more you try, the more we get ahead of you. This freedom that is coming is non-negotiable. The freedom of Biafran people is non-negotiable. It must come. It doesn't matter whether you support it or you don't support it. The freedom of Biafran people must happen. It must happen in our own lifetime. It is not the one that we are talking about. They talk about the many years to come on. No. In our lifetime, we are going to experience freedom. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. Let them continue to cry. Let them continue to cry. Let them continue to push their propaganda and blackmail and lies. We will never succumb to them. We will not. We can never succumb to them. What crime have we committed? The only crime we have committed is that we were born to restore Biafra. That is the crime we have committed. That we are born to redeem Biafra. It has now become a crime. And you want us to accept that. We will not accept such. We will not accept such.
Hello my wonderful people, as we have finished watching this interesting video, please, I want to see your comment, your contribution, your opinion in the comment section. Like I said earlier, let us do it constructively. Tell me what you think about this video that you have just watched, and also about the platform. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please remember to subscribe, put on your notification bell, share this video, and remain blessed.